The next feature we're going to have a look at is font. So on the font menu, if you just right click, you've got vertical font, which types if the arrow's pointing down, so the text goes downwards, or you've got type tool. That's just your standard one that goes across. Because this is 300 dpi, it's a big image, so I'm going to make sure it's up at 150 to start off with. I might increase the size a little bit more. So I'm going to put subscribe to home fit today. Standard text tools, if you highlight the text, you can choose which font you want. So there's lots of different things to choose from on here. Let's go for something standard to start off with, I think. I don't want to go too daft. And once you've done that, I don't quite like that, so I'm going to go to something. I want something bold and chunky, but I'll show you how to adjust that in a minute. So let's go with this one to start off with. Then on this section, you can have regular, italic, different fonts open up different options as well. So again, if you go down and have a hunt around and go for something a bit more chunky like that, on some of these you might get more options. This one's only got regular, but some of them have 3 or 4 different options to choose from. So I might press enter like I would in a standard text box, highlight it and centralize it. Once it's centered, I'm going to try and move it over here, and again, because this is the title, I'm going to really make the size big. The pulley goes up to 150, so let's try 200, maybe about 220. Quite happy with that now. A couple of other features you might find at the top. So if you highlight the text, there's this warp feature. So on warp, you can pick styles where you can have it arced, for example, like that. Lots of other weird and wonderful warping options there, all the way down like a flag. You can have it like a flag, or however you want, really. I'm just going to stick with the standard stuff for the meantime, but I just thought it's worth showing you that. The other thing you might want to do is, I'm thinking I might want my text white, so I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to click on this here, and the fill colour I can choose as white. Now, as with other packages like Inkscape, the border it tends to call, if you look at this, the stroke. So if the stroke is like, let's tick it, is like a black colour, you can increase the pixel size, and then you start getting like a bit of a stroke effect around the edges. The other thing you can do as well is put the background in if you want. I don't want to, but like if you wanted a background, it creates a solid background behind the text like that. But I don't like that, so I'm not going to do that. Now you might think that's all the font features you can dream of, but if you look at the layer here, if you double click on the layer, let's try that again, it comes up with this layer style box. So when you're in a layer style box, there's loads of different things you can do. You can have like inner glows, you can have shadows, gradients, outer glows, and obviously each one you do, there's loads of options and different transparencies and weightings of these. So let's try a drop shadow. That's a bit too much on that one, but again I can change the opacity and the fill. So you can adjust these features, and it has lots and lots of different effects for you like that. So all sorts we can do to adjust the font. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a play with this font. I'm going to get it how I want it. I think I might tie in the colour scheme from the reds and pull out the reds of my visual identity to here. So the whole post is sort of building up a really nice visual identity. And then I'll catch up with you on the next tutorial. Have fun.